want to thank everybody for joining today. Super excited to go through this little deck with you. We're going to go through the agenda first. Introduce you to who we are, who CSG is. If your Verizon team is introducing you to us, exactly what our role is with Verizon and how we can help. We are definitely going to give a kind of a deep dive on 5G in general. A lot of noise out there that is frankly kind of difficult to decipher for at the end user level. And I'm going to try to shed a little light that's super easy to understand on 5G and C-band and how it can impact your business. What CSG does to really enable that stuff through our device, and we'll dive right into that here in just a second, and then kind of cap it off with exactly what we're offering here and why we think we have something very exciting for the market and kind of our strategy behind our device. So real quick, who is CSG? We are very proud to be Verizon's largest co-sell partner for 7 consecutive years. What that is, it's a lead sharing program within Verizon where we work to integrate wireless technology for them. So if you consider that at the end of the day, any wireless technology that you procure through a carrier, you need it to do something for your business. You're not just buying a widget. You're buying something that's supposed to make you effective, make you more efficient, make you better. Our job is to make that wireless equipment do what you need it to do. So they provide this unbelievable network at Verizon. It's the best network you can get in this country. The OEMs out there that make the equipment, they're providing devices that theoretically can do as much as possible more broadly for as many different applications. But it's us that really has to pull all that together, make the Verizon network, at its absolute max potential for you at your sites. Make the OEM devices actually do exactly what you need it to do, configure, provision, set that thing up to be very efficient for you specifically in your model. And every business that we come across has some differentiation between the neck. So it's very important that we're able to custom and tailor solutions for you. What is really fascinating about what we've done here, and I want to go ahead and introduce this right from the outset, is we believe we're really the first VAR in this space to create a 5G device for our channel. We are the actual OEM of this equipment. So where it's a lot different than traditional buying mechanisms, there's no distribution in between. We made this product for our channel, for Verizon business customers, for business, and it's ours. We support it. We do everything from an implementation standpoint that you would need any number of partners typically to do. Traditionally, we're doing it entirely end to end, and it's really a new thing that's happening in channel, and we're really very excited to be kind of the pioneers behind it. What is 5G and C-band? There's a great video if you want to take a note and check out our YouTube channel, Disconnected Solutions Group. We made some marketing to really kind of cut through a lot of the noise that's out there on what C-band really is and what 5G really is to Verizon, and why this C-band deployment is kind of taking things to the next level. But to back it up a little bit, look, 5G obviously is the 5th generation of wireless technology. That means an entire infrastructure was built essentially 5 separate times from the early 80s through today. In each stop along the way, the technology got incredibly, more improved and advanced. More content can be streamed, more data throughput, more reliability. As the technology has developed. You guys remember, I'm sure, if most of you on this call, all the way back to the first time you were able to really download emails and things in 3G and maybe the early 2000s through now, where what we're going to talk about today and what 5G is really doing is, in a lot of circumstances, in a lot of areas of the country, providing the fastest internet that you can really get anywhere, just right there through your handheld device or through an enterprise grade router or a fixed wireless router, like the devices that CSG has made that we'll talk about in a minute. C-band itself, why is C-band important? Why is this mid-band important? If you look at this pie chart here on the right, what you'll see is the 2 existing spectrums, the low band and millimeter wave, and what their strengths and weaknesses are. A low band 5G signal can really penetrate anywhere. It can go through buildings, it can go through concrete, it kind of permeates and goes around a lot of structures. So it has, a whole lot of mass propagation, right? But it's just not really it is, it's even that low band 5G is faster than a lot of LTE, and it's faster than a lot of the iterations of wireless that have been out before it, but it's still not really that game changing speed, right? That type of just latency that is laser fast, and that's what millimeter wave, excuse me, provides for you. That's the fastest thing out there. That was Verizon's first big push, and it started in the major cities, and it's expanding a little bit more now, but that is like crazy speeds, up to 3,000 megabytes per second in peaks. What's great about it is just unbelievable lightning speed, but it does need more of a direct line of sight, where the low band spectrum, as I said, kind of propagates a little bit more widely and can go around buildings and structures. Millimeter wave just can't do that. It needs a direct line of sight to the towers or to the repeaters that cast that signal. So C-band, we referred to it on our video as the Goldilocks of these spectrums, right? It kind of pulls from the strengths and weaknesses of each to provide a really a game-changing speed up to 900 megabytes per second. Can do a lot of penetrating of materials that millimeter wave can't. Not quite as broad as low band, but a hell of a lot better. And then it covers up to 12 square miles, in one area, in one tower, in one C-band deployment area, which is a huge priority for Verizon in deploying this spectrum. You can look online and see just how much Verizon has invested in getting C-band out, because low band just doesn't quite change the game in terms of speeds. Millimeter wave changes the game in speeds, but it's really hard to get into structures and get where people are doing a lot of the business and a lot of the things we're going to talk about. So C-band falls right in the middle. It's that beautiful blending of both. It is producing those kinds of speeds, and it's getting to the places that it needs to get to as the C-band infrastructure is being built out. So it's really exciting. The device we're going to talk about today is a C-band Verizon certified device that CSG made that we're super proud of. But in general, we're going to continue to talk about a little bit of how 5G is being utilized out there in the country right now. So you might be able to take a look at your business and see where it might be able to participate in the 5G migration now. So I won't spend much time on this slide, guys, but just so you guys have an idea, and I'm sure this isn't isn't lost on really anyone on this call. But at the end of the day, as 3G is completely being phased out, LTE is at its peak adoption percentage, but what you're going to see is 5G every day is going to take some of that mind share. LTE is going to be around for a while. That backup is going to be there, but every day that goes by, there's just a massive integration and rush to deploy 5G technology. Bottom line is if the tower is there, if the infrastructure is built, there's no reason to not take advantage of this technology and what it does. The difference of having those type of speeds available to you over the air, and businesses, we're seeing it every day today. The migration has begun. The wait for 5G is over, right? It might be a little bit behind schedule and exactly how far it's out there with really any carrier, but it's making, it's doing what we all thought it was going to do. It's just took a little bit of time to get there. So 5G is really growing at a very high adoption rate, and it's just going to go nuts over here over the next six or 7 years. More data towards that. I don't think it's rocket science to know that it will be the dominating mobile network by the end of the decade. It's all built upon and predicated upon that network. And if you don't have C-band coverage immediately where we sit, we can give you a very good forecast on when 5G will be available in your area and when C-band will be available in your area. The build outs are just going at like a breakneck pace right now. So where it started, obviously in the more urban environments where they could really target more individuals per capita with the infrastructure build outs to start, and then the rush to get kind of outside of those urban areas has begun, and Verizon is leading the charge there. Really aggressive agenda to get C-band spread across the country as quickly as they possibly can, and that's where a lot of folks are going to see the game-changing speeds, because if you're in a more urban environment, then you've got some options through fiber and other areas that may be competitive with the speeds that this 5G is going to offer you. when you start to get just even a little bit off the beaten path, that changes, and there just isn't the type of options to facilitate those speeds. And at the end of the day, that's going to be the game changer, right? Is where you can get this signal just through the air. You don't need cable, you don't need wiring, you don't need anything that can possibly be broken. It's in the air and producing those type of speeds to your phone and or your devices, and every day that goes by, that deployment is happening more effectively. By the way, I was supposed to mention, if you do have any questions, there's a Q&A box that you guys should be able to see. It's better in there than the chat box. If you have any questions, we're going to get to them at the end, and please drop them in the Q&A box. Sorry, I'm just mentioning that. So you'll see here a little bit of the plan right from our partner Verizon on that C-band migration that we're talking about, right? It's just like every other integration of technology that has come before it. It takes some time to build it out. You start in the more densely populated areas, and then you spread out from there. Again, they are on an aggressive path of getting C-band across the country right now. It is all hands on deck. They paid for the spectrum, right? They made the commitment, and now they got to start producing revenue on that. So that means they got to build the network out. So you'll see it in your areas. You'll see the truck rolls out there. You'll see the work being done on the towers. It's a massive project, but it is already, I'd say just in the last 18 months, the amount of yellow that has appeared on the map has just been a huge boom relative to what was there. So you will continue to see that C-band integration happening very aggressively around the country. So again, what does it really mean, and what does C-band and 5G being kind of spread coast to coast and having that type of full coverage mean? We'll talk about it in the next couple slides, and I don't want to kind of belabor the point and go too far into it because it's all a process. But if you can just imagine endpoint connectivity, anything that you do that touches the internet, how much faster it's going to go point to point when 5G is broadly covered around the country. And even if it's just available in, let's say, your base office or where you do most of your traditional business today, it's things that, frankly, just even 10 years ago were never thought possible in automation and, a full digital transformation that, if your competitors, if your other folks, and I don't really care what industry in, but if they're able to operate more efficiently, if they're able to act faster, if they're able to get, the invoice from the customer to the, accounting desk faster, every little detail that can move quicker gives you an advantage over your competition, and you're going to kind of be left in the dust if you don't start looking at the technology now, because CSG, our company is integrating this every day, and it's not just large business, it's not just fancy, robotics types applications. It's mom and pop small businesses that just want the ability to be fast and efficient and have a reliable system, reliable backup, something that's not going to fail on them. They can transact credit cards whenever they need to. They can make those endpoint connections at a very robust pace whenever they need to. So you're seeing it already accelerating at a massive volume. It's not just a technology. It is a catalyst for a new connected future, and it is bridging a lot of digital divides just in pure speed and how quickly it can speak from device to device and portray that communication through to the human beings that do the work for you. Here's a good example of we just picked one just to give an indication. If you're in the real estate industry for any reason, you have seen kind of a digitization of that industry in the last 10, 15 years that has already been kind of crazy, right? With drones, doing coverage of retail spaces or residential spaces or commercial. Virtual tours, right? That's like, even if you go on an MLS listing, a certain percentage of the homes have a virtual tour. Well, the reason why it's only a percentage of them is because to shoot that footage, to download that footage, to get it uploaded in WLMS or wherever that house may be, to do that type of work from a data perspective before 5G was, just cumbersome. It was a lot of work on a lot of consumer grade devices. It was time consuming. It was difficult, right? But with 5G, with these type of speeds, it's just going to be like this. I mean, downloading 3-hour movies is going to be in a matter of seconds, right? So you can imagine the amount of latency and doing a virtual tour video for a real estate demonstration. You've got all kinds of targeted marketing and advertising that is going to be baked into the 5G integration, which allows you to hit customers faster. If the minute that you know that they're searching in that certain area, they're going to be able to see in real time on their connected device, what homes are available in that area. It's just going to be a very quickly populating experience. This is the Amazon world that we live in today. We want things yesterday. We want it quickly, and that's what 5G is enabling. From remote property management is a great example because again the drone connectivity. We have even at CSG we've sold connected Verizon connected drones that are able to in real time share a live stream of what the drone is shooting, but also quickly save a video, compartmentalize it, send it to a server so you can get in there and edit it. Theoretically, you can start working on it while the drone's still in the air. You can take the clip, that the drone just took. So it's just a lot of things like that, guys, that are really, kind of the early adopters have something that their competitors don't have, and I think that's what stands out. And if you're seeing that, if your clients and customers see that, then they think you're on the cutting edge. They think you're providing a service and a system that's better because you're on that cutting edge of the technology. And it's really exciting. And I think what you're going to see here, and the whole point of this demonstration, is you see a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you, and you're probably thinking lots of money, new tech and new fancy tech, 5G, it's all going to be super expensive. And that's just not the case anymore. And it's going to continue to trend in the direction of affordability to implement this technology, especially with Verizon and CSG, in a way that allows you to do it in a very affordable way. So we'll continue to click through here. More of the same here, guys. It's again, I don't think this is going to shock anyone, but early integrators, if you're deploying new technology, if you're implementing efficiencies for your business based on faster tech, you're seeing growth. 16% more likely than peers to see 5G network investments result in new products and service innovations. The more, the faster that you're becoming, that the quicker your innovations are coming, right? And the more cool stuff that you're putting in front of your customers, the more services you're putting in front of your customers. It's just a win-win for everybody. And again, at an affordable affordable investment. This isn't something that you have to completely rewrite your business model to be able to afford to make these innovations. And we'll get more to that in a minute. Again, time is now. We're seeing it every day here at CSG. Literally every day, and I'm sure that's not a surprise. Again, if considering we're a wireless network company and we're a Verizon partner, that a lot of customers are moving to 5G. But the good thing is we are seeing it outside of the downtown urban environments now, and that's kind of what we've been waiting for. Because again, there's a lot of opportunity. There are great things to do in the city. If you're in the city, I'm not saying that 5G isn't a great option for you. I'm saying that option's been there for a while, and that there are plenty of options that you can kind of compare and contrast on what's the best fit for you in those urban environments. When you get a little bit outside of the city, all of a sudden those options go way down. The speed and reliability of the internet goes way down, and to be able to get Verizon C-band in more of those areas and have that type of reliability is super powerful. And we've seen it. We've seen it firsthand. How refreshed our customers are at this. I'll give one quick example. We had a customer. We have a customer. It's a plumbing company. It's a pretty large plumbing company in Virginia that was just having a lot of outages on their main internet with the C word. And we went and completely overdid it. They didn't know that they could get the type of speeds with Verizon 5G that would basically be as fast or faster than that landline. but with the reliability of like no outages. And that's what was happening with those guys, is they were just having repeated slowdowns and pure outages that we solved for. And that's because 5G C-band, became available in their area, and we were able to adopt it. So it was very exciting. Look, what we're doing from the beginning, if as a Verizon partner, hopefully they're going to bring us in with you very early in the process and say, hey, are you happy with what you've got in your connectivity in any phase of your business? If it's at a fixed location, if it's more mobile in nature, how exactly are you using cellular and fixed wireless technology today? How can we make it better for you? And the beautiful thing about this partnership with CSG and Verizon is, most of our services can be applied to you at little to no cost, because we're compensated as a Verizon partner, right? So we come in and we're just looking to make you better. We're assessing the situation, and we're showing Verizon, our partners, that we can make their towers, their technology work better for you by working on your equipment, by working on your hardware, configuring it, provisioning it, doing installations, doing site surveys, doing all the work required to make it work. And the cool part is, at the end of the day, you're coming to us for support. Verizon, does a great job with their support to the best of their abilities. We are a smaller organization with dedicated, U.S. staff here that our purpose is to just almost remove the Verizon support need, because we want you calling us. If we helped build this for you, we want you calling us. It's going to be a CSG employee that picks up the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're going to figure out what's going on with your solution, and we're going to take care of you. So it's a big part of what we do is not only this kind of pre-sale stuff and trying to make sure that the technology is going to work for you, but it's how we support you after the deployment as well. And here is our beautiful baby. And I'll tell you guys right out of the gate, before I click this little video, because I would like you to see the video. I had a friend today that has been in this industry since the late 90s, and I think this gentleman has probably touched and handled more cellular enabled routers than anybody on the planet Earth. He is if you spend any time on the internet looking for these type of devices, you would be directed to these guys. And he was very effusive in his praise for what his engineers had discovered about our M519. Pretty blown away especially at the device's cost, what it is capable of and what it's doing for Verizon customers.
Optimize and scale your business with the next generation of wireless. The M519 router is a powerhouse, providing you lightning-fast 5G connectivity with speeds up to 3.4 gigabits per second, all on the C-band spectrum. No complicated setup or IT team required. The M519 offers plug-and-play convenience, ensuring immediate connectivity from day one. Easily install the M519 in any location with its versatile mount. Whether a desk, ceiling, wall, or window, you can achieve optimized signal strength for up to 200 connected devices. Your team will be good to go in no time. Boost your team's internet experience with increased bandwidth through dynamic frequency selection. By accessing exclusive Wi-Fi bands, DFS minimizes network congestion and elevates efficiency, providing your team with a turbocharged Wi-Fi experience. And with the M519's powerful 6 signal boosting antennas, your organization can enjoy expansive coverage by eliminating dead zones. But what about the unexpected? Automatically safeguard your operations with the M519's built-in battery, ensuring up to 8 hours of independent power. And let's not forget about security. Protect your devices and sensitive information across your organization with advanced security features such as WPA3 encryption, and even block ads on all client devices with optional AdGuard. Manage your entire network effortlessly via a user-friendly cloud portal. With timely notifications and insightful data, CSG View allows you to address interruptions and cater to remote network requirements more promptly. The cherry on top of it all is the support you receive from CSG. You're not only getting a world-class router, but also a world-class national customer support team that is there to help you every step of the way. The M519. Give your business more speed, reliability, versatility, and security. Contact CSG today and discover all the amazing ways the M519 can support your success.
All right, I'm going to stop right here for just a second, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of the really cool features in this thing and why we're just, so excited about it here. The ability to mount it on a window, right? I'm sure, if you've done any research on 5G at all, you've probably heard a little bit about how it does better with a direct line of sight or a better line of sight, than necessarily being tucked away in a telco room, right? Which there are solutions for that if we need to do that, because this device is able to have exterior antennas ran outdoors. So at any point you need better signal, we can apply antennas to this device that are not the Wi-Fi 6 and the 5G antennas that you see there, but actually go outside of your building to really, drive the best possible signal for you. But the ability to mount physically on the glass and use a PoE injector, which is power over Ethernet, so you can plug the device in through that window, is a game changer. We haven't really seen that out there with anybody else. They're trying to place the device near a window, right, or trying to get as close to a window as they can. The ability to physically go on the window here and find that site in your building that has the best signal is just super cool and something that we're really excited to provide. Those 3 different mounting options, that all comes right in the box, right? This is not something that you have to buy that window mounting plate, or you have to buy a ceiling tile plate or something like that. Everything is actually part of the packaging. So we really wanted to focus on how and where you put this product. And I don't think really any other OEMs have thought about it that way. They put it on you almost to figure out, how you're going to mount the device or how you're going to place the device. And we're trying to enable you guys to have the tools to really just find the best spot that's going to give you the most bandwidth. The other big thing to bring up is the CSG View, the software. I can tell you one of the bigger pain points that I'm seeing right now with 5G deployments and these kind of higher end routers that are out there, the licensing fees. And really the idea is that the manufacturers want to get you kind of tagged into a long-term licensing fee, and there's a purpose behind it. There's an awful lot you can do with these cloud portals, and if you haven't really moved your business towards any of this type of equipment, I think setting up a demo with us would be critical, so you can kind of see how a fixed wireless or mobile wireless routing solution can afford you some network tools that you didn't have before, and that includes these cloud portals. However, with the M519, the cloud portals are completely free. There's no licensing fee, and the other, most options out there, you're going to pay a monthly fee to be able to have this access. And what's also very cool about it is we are the OEM supporting it, right? So if you need us to access your system for any reason, to go in and support the router, figure out why we're having an outage, we're able to log in with you and help you that way. So it's just a whole nother dynamic of interaction between customer and CSG that allows us to have that type of access, and it's free. It's at absolutely no cost, which is pretty revolutionary. We haven't really seen anyone offer that type of capability at no cost. And then there is, of course, the battery. This is something that we have not seen in another device. That is an actual embedded battery, and that is designed really to be failover and protection for you. If you have power outages or if you have internet outages, you've got that backup battery that can fire on automatically at any given time. The other thing that isn't really even touched on in the video is this is a dual SIM product. So if you would like carrier redundancy, if you need to have a backup SIM, if you want to run 2 SIMs, you can run 2 SIMs simultaneously here, and default to one or the other, depending on your needs or depending on what's going on in your area at that time. So just so much enterprise grade functionality in this product, and that battery, 8 hours of battery life. Theoretically, you can take this device with you, and we are getting some mobile applications. Let's be clear, it is a fixed wireless router. That's what it is by its nature. And when you're traveling with 5G, when you're leaving one 5G area into another. It's not really designed to work seamlessly that way. It needs to really, for the maximum 5G speeds, it needs to overwhelmingly be housed and where you have the device registered. However, the LTE backup, which is a very solid LTE backup, you can take anywhere with you, right? So if you if you are working at your home office and that's where your 5G is enabled, and then you've got to run out and take Timmy to baseball practice, you can take this router with you, go in the stands, typically have LTE coverage that is certainly strong enough to do the work you need to do, even stream video if you need to, and you can take it right back with you at home. Again, a feature that especially at the cost, when we get to that, what you'll see in a minute, there just really isn't anything like it on the market. All right, let's see if I can
bring up to 8 hours of independent.
Oops, sorry, I'm gonna see if I can back out of here. All right, so yes, it is a sub-6, 3.4 gigabytes per second, LTE speeds up to 1.6 gigabytes per second. You can have up to 200 devices. There is a functionality that was mentioned on the video called DFS. It is, again, something that you only find on like $1,500, $1,200 routers. It is a frequency system that allows Wi-Fi to delineate where it sees the most noise and kind of create a new channel for you. So it eliminates the noise and makes your direct point-to-point Wi-Fi faster. We have seen it in our own office. As you can imagine, as a Verizon partner, we connect a lot of Verizon devices here. So there's a lot of noise. We have found when we plugged our own 519 in through our landline internet, when we set our Wi-Fi through there with that DFS feature, we were getting dramatically quicker Wi-Fi on our own network, which was very exciting. Real quick, and I will put the bow on the 519 and why it's so exciting, but I want to talk real quick about DOS and what you're seeing here. And DOS is device as a service, right? And it's another thing about the affordability and the packages that we're putting together for Verizon. I'll tell you the price of the 519 and what we're doing with Verizon on that in just a minute. So don't think that you're spending anywhere near the type of money you see on your screen. But let's pretend for a minute that working with us and working with Verizon, we're putting together a big package that has all kinds of integrated technology. Maybe connected laptops that have Verizon integration in them, maybe some M519 routers, and then some ancillary accessories for your office. And we're setting up a new office for you. To buy those products outright, 23 seats at $2,168.99 per bundle. That's 50 grand essentially. Registering through our device as a service plan, that's $1,451.30 a month, which is a ridiculously affordable amount of money for state-of-the-art technology spread over a 36-month plan. And then over that time period, the different ways that you can either take ownership of that equipment or off lease that equipment. There's a lot of different things you could do at the end of the term, with the idea being that we are keeping that upfront cost down for you. And anything that is purchased through CSG, whether it's our router or any other service or technology, we're able to utilize this DOS system with a tremendous team that we work with on our DOS packages that understand what a small business needs. They're so great about working with you, really good about credit. And they're just outstanding. So I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that that's always an option with us, as we're trying to, especially in today's environment and kind of a weird economy, keeping that upfront cost down, I know is critical to a lot of you guys, and we've put a lot of work into these DOS offerings. Here's the big reveal, right? In my opinion, and that's we did a launch party in the Boston Harbor back in November when we launched the M519. $99 on qualifying plans through our partners, right? So it's a $649 device. Why would we do that? Number one, we believe that we have such a good tool for small business that we want to eliminate the barrier of entry for you guys. We want you introduced to 5G at a point that you can afford. And we want to show you what this enterprise type connectivity can do for your business. So we said, look, we do get, we're a Verizon partner. We earn compensation to help them. Let's be as aggressive as we possibly can with something that has like, the tools of a $1,200, $1,500 device. And let's introduce it at an incredibly affordable price, show them a real level of support behind the scenes to prove why 5G matters and why this device can just open the door to many other things with 5G for the customer. So it is a promotion that we're running now. It's been going fantastic. I believe that it's already done exactly what we intended, which is opening doors that otherwise would have been closed. Just with the climate where it is, and folks are wanting to integrate the technology, but they just don't necessarily have the tech budget to go big with many thousands of dollars of hardware, right? So that's what we're really trying to enable for you guys, and we're really excited about the launch pricing here. You do need to reach out to your Verizon reps to understand what plans are eligible and all that for that price. The pricing off of activation are still dramatically lower than anything in its space for those capabilities. So if you have any questions there, just reach out to your team. Also included with the promotion, a year of free managed services, which means that we are facilitating anything that you need within that portal, within support, within, you're going to get support with it anyways, but this is going to be more of a dedicated support system where you can call in and deal with us directly if you have any problems. If you need us to configure something, if you need us to provide some level of service, we're going to be there for you. So you'll have the option from that point to continue with the managed services, but we're going to offer the first year for completely free. We want to coddle you, frankly. We want to just give you a really handheld experience with your first enterprise grade 5G router. We're going to make it affordable, and we're going to show you what a relationship with Verizon and CSG means for your business and how it'll make you faster and more efficient and better. So that's really it, guys. That was the T-shirts there were from that event in Boston, and we like to say that the 5G game has changed, and what we've done is we've made it affordable. The secret sauce here, guys, at the end of the day, is we are the OEM, and we're going right to you, the end customer. Okay, there's nobody in between. There's not 7 different layers of distribution that have to get paid. So when you see that cheaper price, you can't. You can't assume that that means anything about the quality of the equipment. It means that we have kind of beat the system in the sense that we can go right from our factory to our customer. That creates revenue in the middle that we can apply towards supporting you and apply towards giving you a better price for the product. So that's really it. Super, super excited about this product. Super excited about our relationship with Verizon. Super excited about 2024 and the amount of damage that we plan on doing for, in a good way for small business across this country in 2024. So thank you guys. All of the questions hopefully were answered in the Q&A if there were any. And we're going to make sure that you guys all have the proper follow-up information so that you can reach out to your teams or us and get anything else that you need. Thank you so much for coming today. If you are, by the way, if you're an M106 customers, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a CSG customer. We value you so much, and hope that this 519 experience kind of takes your M106 experience to an entirely different level, because we really believe we have something special here and that we're doing it at an incredibly affordable price. So thank you guys again very much. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thursday. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this, and everybody take care. Look forward to reaching back out and following up with you. Take care.